All right. Well, I mean, I still have a couple questions for you, so don't go anywhere yet. But anything else that you feel like you need to address? We'll get to how people can get a hold of you kind of at the end. But in terms of lending, anything else you feel like you need to address?
I think those are some of the big things. I mean, I did mention earlier about some of the intangibles for the locations when you're doing due diligence. Take a look. Don't hesitate with the landlords when you're doing due diligence to say, hey, I want to go up on the roof. Don't hesitate to have an HVAC professional go with you and check out the HVAC units on the roof. Don't hesitate to have structural engineers come if there's a building involved and check out the building and check out the integrity of the building. Don't hold back. Don't assume throughout the process, right? Trust but verify. And again, it may not be a seller that's holding anything back. It may be something that they don't even know about, right? I mean, I've had sellers that have tried to, they said, hey, the HVAC unit was replaced, 4 years ago. You go up there, it's a 25-year-old unit, right? And again, not their fault. They were told that it was replaced, right? So again, you have to really look at some of these intangibles when you're going into a location, doing the due diligence on it, and with the lease too. I didn't mention the lease enough earlier. Understanding what everything on the lease means. I'll mention this, Jordan, that I think is another important point before we go on here, that some of these leases have clauses in them that state that within 90 days, should an entity such as a Walmart come in and purchase a strip center, for example, the lessee has 90 days to evacuate the premises. Well, you can't just move a laundromat across the street, right? You're done. So I think these are some of the things when you're in. I mentioned triple net lease this morning. Certainly not a deal breaker by any means, but really understand what the lease means and some of these clauses that are in the leases. Ask questions about them, because that in that particular case, I mean, you could be completely out of business, especially if the strip center is to be sold, or capacity of the strip center is currently at 50% and has been consistently at 50%. Just do your own due diligence with us, and we'll do it with you. But just some of the things that you're maybe not even thinking about. You're thinking, the rent, not too bad. It's pretty good. We're making, we're going to make a lot of money a year. It's all about trying to make more money, right?
Yeah. That's a huge, I mean, that's so wise. And, we get fixated on the number a lot of times, but you got, your price and you got your terms, your lease, your rent amount, and you got your terms of the lease, and both are equally important, if not terms being more important even.
Absolutely.
Sometimes. So, and those are the things that can easily get glossed over or, explained away or any of those things. So it's really important that you do understand that lease.
Yeah. And something too, Jordan, is that the existing owner, or the person that's selling, they may not even know that some of those things are even in the lease. It's been assigned over to them. They didn't do their full due diligence. So when you bring it to their attention, they may not even know about it. You'll send over a lease they'll send you a lease that's 30 pages. They're just, again, looking at the number, the monthly payment. They may not even know about some of these things. So that's okay too, right?
Yep. All good, but you got to know. I mean, it's the name of the game is, getting as much information as you can before you get in, before you close on that thing. It becomes yours because you want to know what you're getting into as much as possible. And like you mentioned earlier, you might not catch everything, but you want to catch the big things for sure. And you want to catch as much as you can for sure.
Yes, sir.